All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol IDEX, Ideanomics Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys towards the end of this video. You definitely want to stay tuned on in to know which one it is. And if you don't have it already, you definitely want to see everything I have to share with you guys that you won't want to miss. Now, if you guys want to know what ticker symbols I'm watching live throughout the week and my weekly updates, you can join me on over at the Patreon. The link is down below in the description. You can click on it. You'll be redirected and you'll see all there is to offer. Now, here we are with IDEX, Ideanomics Inc. Nice run here for sure. Definitely jumped from 318 all the way to highs here of almost 390. We're going to look at that in just a moment. Pulled back, sitting at 373, and it's looking like the tug of war that happened here before on February 23rd to the 24th. So we definitely want to see if this can consolidate and hold itself up, right? That is probably one of the most important things right now moving forward for this stock. If not, it's going to continue this tug of war effect. So let's go ahead and see here the 50-day moving average, our support and resistance. So the 50-day moving average is 336. Anything above it is bullish. Anything below it is bearish. The lowest point reached here on this dip and sideways movement is 358. If that gets broken through, I definitely recommend every single investor and viewer. Well, it's not a recommendation because I'm not a financial advisor, but I would suggest to every single investor and viewer to watch this and pay close attention to how this is reacting if it breaks through the support, between support and the 50-day moving average, to bring it back up, or if this continues to hit newer lows and reach closer to the 50-day moving average, getting closer to the bearish territory. So super important for every single investor to watch carefully and closely. Now, for the bulls to continue this upward trend and continue to work its way up to newer highs and maintain momentum and not have the 50-day moving average catch up to the price, they need to break through resistance. They're sitting at 373, and resistance is the highest point reached in the day, and that is right here at 389. 389 needs to be broken through, turn into a support so that the bulls can reach newer highs, new resistance levels, and pull up further away from the 50-day moving average, not allowing it to catch up and continuing this bullish rally and momentum. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end, because I have a lot of information to share with you guys about a ticker symbol that you definitely want to add to your watch list if you don't have it already. So for everyone that has made it to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is one that got hit pretty hard last week. It went down 50%. Now, it had to do with speculation, and it also had to do with news that really drove this stock down. We're going to look at it in just a moment. It's not rocket companies. But before we jump into that, I want to go ahead and share with you guys the tweet of the day. I tweeted this last night, and it says, "There is no better time than now to be watching and aware of which stocks are pulling back with upside potential." Okay? And I mean that. This is the time to be watching stocks and watching them closely, because we want to watch them bottom out or hit oversold area. Watch it closely to kind of pull right back up, and if it possibly goes back into oversold area, we know what it's capable of, what's the margin, and then also we need to be aware how the overall market is doing, and if it's correlating, then it's possibly something that can actually bounce back up, right? With the possibility that this is a correction and not a crash. If it's a crash, it could take months, it could take years to hit the bottom, and then it can start months and years to bring itself back up. So I've been stating it. Are we in a market crash or correction? I hope that we're in a correction and not in a crash, because a correction is healthy to then allow more investors to get back in. Institutional investors are definitely, upping their positions in certain stocks, and then we can start to see the market start to rise up again. So this is the time to be watching and aware of different stocks and doing your due diligence. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, you definitely want to try to understand the company, which is another tweet that I talked about several days ago, back to the time where I stated the 2 ways you know you are in a stock you understand, which is believing in the company's mission and outlook, and you plan on holding more than just a day or even a month, possibly even a year, with a goal, right? An end goal for your initial investment to grow. So you do want to understand these stocks. Now, if you want to know live updates on what ticker symbols I'm watching, you can join us on over at the Patreon. The link is down below in the description. So let's jump into this stock. So this is a stock that I talked about back on the 23rd, right? 23rd of February. That was last Tuesday. Now, it's ticker symbol WKHS, Workhorse Group Inc. A lot of people lost hope on this one, and we were catching it as it was falling, right? It was around the $15 mark, $16 mark, and I stated, the RSI is still showing room here on the 1 day. It can possibly continue to go lower. It certainly did that, and it hit lows here of 12.30 and some change, and it started to pull back up with some strength, hitting $20 and some change, and it's back down to $17. Now, the $20 jump was because of news on the company and the potential, which was pretty positive for it, and quickly it's been pulling down because investor sentiment is pretty negative, especially after it being up here in the 40s and just falling towards the 30s and then collapsing 50% in just 1 day. So I understand how many investors are feeling, especially the ones that have been in it way before the run and then also as it was running. But this has potential, especially because the USPS contract is not the only contract that WKHS has. Now, it's fighting there and it's in that area. It could pull down a little bit more, and if it pulls down more, it's even better of an opportunity to watch, because a reversal is bound to happen with this one, especially with everything that I talked about in this video. And I definitely stated it back here, as we could see, on the 23rd, and I was talking about all the things that were going on and how the USPS contract is a big portion of an opportunity, but it's not the only market share that Workhorse was going to be able to obtain. They already have contracts with FedEx. They have contract with UPS. Those are big companies, and also others, right? As the article state, and ARK Invest has been loading up on this dip. Now, they have been shaving a little bit of their position here and there, but they loaded up a tremendous amount. I mean, what they've been shaving off is literally nowhere near 20% or 10% of the vast amount of shares that they bought as this dipped 50%. And they own close to 2 to 3 million shares, if I'm not mistaken. That states a bold statement that they were buying up here, they were buying on the way down, they were buying on the way up, and they bought the dip. So we've been watching this one since the 23rd. It definitely hit a low here of $12 and some change. It was fighting between $14 and $15 for a little bit, because when you go back to the 30-minute, you could see it, and it was just rising as those numbers kept getting hit. So it kept going down to a new low, hitting a newer high, a new low, a new high, and now it's consolidating, and it's already building momentum again. Now, is this going to run back up to 30 or up to 40 in no time? Of course not. It's going to take time, investor sentiment, and all these different indicators definitely have a lot more room to go either on the downside or get closer to the upside to then pull back down. So the overall market is playing a big effect here on the overall stocks. So if the market falls, yeah, this could fall a little bit more down. We saw how low it could go, $12. But there's so much room here based off of the fundamentals and potential of this company that Workhorse, yeah, lost one contract, but it didn't lose its complete business. And that's what I was telling every single investor. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on WKHS or any ticker symbol I talk about, but I am here to enlighten you guys. And once again, if you guys want to know live updates on what ticker symbols I'm watching, I got 10 plus ticker symbols already that we have on our watch list over at the Patreon. You can click on the link down below and join us over at the Patreon. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.